In my 45 years as a veterinary surgeon, I've witnessed the abattoir slaughter of many animals, with and without stunning. But when I first witnessed slaughter without stunning, it was profoundly disturbing. The animal staggered from its killing crate, blood gushing from the neck wound, and it did not collapse into unconsciousness for some considerable time. And it is that experience and others since that have caused me to bring this debate, Your Lordships. Now, you've heard my reactions when I saw it. Let me quote the reactions of another vet, a female vet and a Jewish vet, who sent me an email recently. And she said, I quote, "Without doubt, during my almost 20 years as a vet, I've never witnessed anything as horrific as shahita slaughter. That horror lives fresh in my mind today. And having been raised and now living in a kosher home, I do not and never have eaten a piece of kosher meat since the day I witnessed this barbaric practice."
My Lords, declaring interest, I'm a meat eater, and I am personally offended if expected to eat meat from non-stunned food production animals. As such, I have no problem whatsoever with religious slaughter, but I don't wish to eat non-stunned meat, and therefore it should be labelled. It should be labelled where born, raised, slaughtered, and the method of slaughter. Perfectly acceptable information for consumers to be put on the label. All New Zealand lamb entering the UK is classified as halal. It's all pre-stunned before slaughter. There isn't a problem. Over my years as a minister, MAF and DEFRA, and as the FSA chair, I visited dozens of abattoirs. Now, the FSA is only responsible for the enforcement of animal welfare regs as a contractor to DEFRA, as the Minister will make clear. It's not a food safety issue. I just want to elaborate a bit on the figures given by Lord Trees. 1 week survey in September 2011. It was in an open board paper, May 2012. 43,000 cattle slaughtered, 1,700 halal, 84% pre-stunned, 307,000 sheep and goats, 154,000 halal, 81% of which were pre-stunned, 16 million chicken, 4.7 million halal, 88% pre-stunned. I haven't got time to give the Jewish figures. So total non-stunned totals for halal and Jewish that 1 week was 3% cattle, 10% sheep and 4% poultry. They are very, very small numbers of non-stunned. The trouble is too much of the extra goes into the general food chain and customers are not aware. The simple answer to this is labelling. The consumers have the right to know the method of slaughter, and that should be a given in my view.
See, if I read about the Leicester University being allowed, the Muslim society being allowed to separate girls and boys at a meeting, it breaks my heart. We have worked terribly hard for equality, worked terribly hard for animal welfare. Please, let's keep those things in mind and not allow this country to go down in that direction.
I would also like to see a full and transparent system of labeling put in place for all meats so the consumer can make an informed decision about the meat they choose to buy. Labeling should not be confined to religiously slaughtered meat.
The failure rates of pre-stunning and the inconclusive and highly challenged nature of some of the experimental studies done in this field should give us pause. If, therefore, a case is made for labeling meat to indicate how the animal was killed, this must apply to all methods of slaughter, not just to some.